that my take is always most of the time is from like the technical or product perspective. So I see the current state of NFTs like it was the state of ICOs in 2017, because I hear the same spiel, like you're saying we need utility. That was the discussion in 2017, because suddenly everybody with a white paper would raise, I don't know, 5 to 10 million overnight with just a website. It was crazy. People were very, very desperate. So that craziness, I saw it in the NFT space. And look, in terms of technology and infrastructure, where we transitioned from the ICO stage, where essentially you would have a smart contract which would do nothing about like minting a coin, and now you have with Cosmos like blockchain of blockchains interconnected with each other, zones of zones, connecting with Ethereum, connecting with Bitcoin. Like suddenly, it seems like everything is possible. Like the glimpse now is there, and the solution was interoperability all along. So I think the current state of the NFTs is like ICOs in 2017. So now we are in 2017 regarding the NFTs. And for sure the functionality and the utility and the infrastructure will lead people to believe, oh, NFTs are not just JPEGs. You know, everybody will do their part. You guys will do their part. We us will do their part to let people know, NFTs can be actually AIs and can become factories which can produce a positive monetary value. And this AI NFTs can be part of like a treasury of a DAO, which is governed by select members of the community which contribute to create that NFT or bought it, whatever, right? So suddenly, new things are possible.
The traditional art world has notoriously become an exclusive playground for the rich, a view which, of course, is incompatible with the upcoming decentralized Web3 era. How do you think NFTs are going to play this one unique opportunity?
Using a solution like a tool like DALL-E, you become an artist. And now, actually, I can tell you a company that is implementing DALL-E is Shutterstock. So yeah, I think that goes to say how impactful a technology AI can be, and that's just a small subset, right? And I think that goes to show that AI is here to stay and will disrupt this world in ways we can't imagine. Now it disrupts the artist world, the synthetic media world. There are so many areas in which DALL-E and similar solutions can be highly useful for business and can change entire workflows. You don't need to wait on the designer and the creative anymore for 2 weeks. You just input different briefs. Now it becomes a contest of briefs. It becomes a contest. What story can you tell the AI to create this beautiful imagery? The game changes, So I think we'll see a lot of copywriters which will become artists. No, I'm joking. I don't think that will happen. But I think it's that powerful. It's that powerful. And you know what's very beautiful as well? It's like a black box. You don't know what's in it.
Right. Yeah. I think it's amazing. Like five years ago, we were looking at like AI, what jobs would AI disrupt? And we were saying like, oh, if you're an accountant, if you deal with numbers, like you're gonna be pushed out. But if you're creative, don't worry, you always have a place. And now we can literally type 3 words and you have this amazing picture that is like, we take like a week for a designer to create.
And AI can create music as well.
And music, and now we're actually working on something. So we're building metaverse experience, right? Like 3D experiences. So it's not far from the moment where you can type like, hey, I want a concert venue that looks like this, and with that kind of feature,
exactly.
And you have a 3D environment that you can publish in the metaverse.
Which is bootstrapped.
That's what we're doing. So it's not far from just improving the process, making it quicker by like a factor of 100. So I mean, to me that's amazing, and it's also happening all at the same time, like Midjourney, DALL-E, all these platforms are just, they're just coming up at the very same time. It feels like there's like this inflection point where
it shows the timing. Timing is very important.
Yep.
It's crucial.
You have the J curve. So I always say like when these companies grow, they grow slowly, and then they find that growth and they just that happens in technology very fast.
That's what happened now.
Most people underestimate what you can do in technology in like 5 years and overestimate what you can do in 1 or 2 years. So I think once you reach that point, it's very fast growth.
What lies in the future of NFTs? What's the next big thing? What do you think?
let's hear from the NFT.
I think for me, the next
owners.
biggest use case would be digital identity and real world identity, like using NFTs as passports and stuff, and being able to log into systems easier, and so having a digital identity of sorts. I think that will be bring in the massive adoption because they have to interact to have a digital identity. So I think that's the next wave that will attract most of the people. But I think all industries are going to go, so it's not just one specific place.
Yeah, to me, it's around utility, and I don't mean that as just to say the word, but like to give a real reason for people to own the item, because collectibles, art, that's great. There will always be a market for that, but I think a lot of people are not necessarily into that world. So, for example, what we do now is we're building a technology to mint every experience in the metaverse, which could be like a concert venue or a football stadium. We put that on the blockchain. Those things are businesses. They generate revenue by selling tickets or by selling NFTs. And so now you're able to invest in them. So there's actually a real reason, financial reason to like buy that NFT because you want to make money. You want to invest in a digital business. So to me, it's really around creating more reasons for people to actually buy the NFTs.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm focused on the utility as well. So, for example, now at Humans, we have a project, the Voice of, and it's called the Voice of Community. So any community can join, and their members can give a recording of their voice, and all those recordings will be synthesized by an AI and will generate one voice, which is the voice of the community. Why I'm excited by that? We are doing a proof of concept with Binance and one of the biggest football clubs in Romania, because people which have no knowledge about crypto will be educated through Binance Academy. That's the plan, and they will interact with the crypto world, the blockchain world, through some NFTs, but they know nothing about the technology behind. And there's like new people, completely new entrants entering the field through this pinpoint, which is NFTs. And I think when it will be, okay, so I gave a recording, just an example, I gave a recording of my voice, and now maybe I own a fraction of this NFT, and that gives me utility to use the voice of this community because I'm a part of this community. That's just a simple example, and for sure other companies will have better examples and bigger projects. But I think what's exciting is to use this technology to dumb it down to the point that people don't know or don't care that these are NFTs.
Right.
They care about the functionality. But we are representing AIs as NFTs because it's the only way to have a unique piece of code, in our case, be represented on chain, to have governance, management, execution, everything permissionless. So we need that, right? So I want that for the consumer to want that, and I need to familiarize myself. Okay, what does MetaMask mean? Okay, but I want this, and I need to learn how to do it. And I think that's what I'm excited about in the space. And I think NFTs are what we need for adoption.
Right. But it's the same in the whole space, right? Like most people probably don't know what SMTP is. This is how you actually send an email, but it doesn't matter because what you care about is what you do, is the product. The problem with blockchain is it's been built by tech people, not product people. There's very few product people. So everyone talks about the tech, NFT, what does it mean? It doesn't matter. No one knows. I can't build the internet. I don't know how it works, but I can use it. That's all that matters. And it's the same with NFTs and blockchain. So we need to focus on the use case, which is utility more than the technology.